Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, a very warm welcome to you too. This is a completely impartial review of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Now this review is based on my own experience of using this camera and the accessories for the last 12 months. And to be completely clear, this is completely impartial. It is not endorsed, affiliated, or in any way connected with DJI. I bought this camera last year using my own money, and I've used it for a variety of different projects over the last 12 months. So, is it any good? In a word, yes, it is a very good camera, but it does have one big problem. But before we get into that, let's quickly recap exactly what the Osmo Pocket 3 is. The Osmo Pocket 3 is a compact 3-axis gimbal stabilised camera capable of filming in 4K at 120 frames per second. It has a 2-inch rotating screen, and it is absolutely rammed with features. The Pocket 3 comes in a few different packs, starting at £489 for just the camera, or £619 for the Creator Combo, as you see here, or £798 for the Vlog Combo. Go for the Creator Combo, and essentially you get everything you need to create great videos in a kit that will very nearly fit in your pocket. Okay, let's start with the good. The quality of the footage that you get off this camera, there's no other word for it other than exceptional. For the size of the camera, it really does capture beautiful imagery. The colours are lovely and vivid, the detail is there. It's a very, very difficult image to fault. I'm not going to go into too much in-depth detail. The kind of content that I film is very much on the go. I don't have time to like post-process and colour edit and etc. So essentially I will pretty much take what comes off the camera, edit into a short video and get it live, and for that this camera is very, very good. In fact, I say the image that comes off this, it really does shock me every time I watch it. Even when I watch a video back on a big screen TV, it still looks absolutely beautiful. The sound quality is even better. The camera does a great job of picking up audio, even in difficult situations, such as if you're outside or inside, say at the NEC, and it's a very loud environment. It still picks up voice really, really well. Here, for example, I was filming at the Classic Mode show. I was right in the middle of the Iconic Auctioneer's auction at the NEC, and you can still hear my voice clearly even when I forgot to turn on the time icon. Really nice job with that. Very well presented. From the outside, looks fantastic. That is very cool indeed. Go for the Creator or the Vlog Combo, and you will also get 1 or 2 of these DJI microphones. Now I have to say, I like this even more than the camera. This is an exceptionally good little microphone. It comes with a clip on the back. It also comes with a magnet that can be used to attach to, say, on the inside of your clothing. I've actually used the magnet and mounted it inside one of my motorcycle helmets, and this just literally sticks itself to the inside of the helmet, and then I get great audio when I'm out moto vlogging, if you like. When you turn this on, it automatically connects to the camera, and you get a nice levels bar at the top of the screen, which is really helpful, but it also records locally. Now what that means is if it disconnects from this, or you are just wanting to record audio, you can do it with just this. Just literally hit the record button, and this will capture audio inside of it, and then you can plug this in and download just the audio from the microphone. In fact, I used this to record the voiceover for the Escort Cosworth video that I filmed at the Classic Motor Show. I sat in one of the cars on my stand, read my script into this microphone with the car absorbing some of the exterior noise. With the 15% buyer's commission, this remarkable Escort Cosworth was sold by Iconic Auctioneers at the 2024 Classic Motor Show for £207,000. In 12 months of use, I would say that this has failed to connect to the camera maybe once, maybe twice. Otherwise, it really is turn on, automatically connects, and the battery life on it is exceptional. I've actually found that this is more reliable than the Rode microphones that I use. Now my Rode 2 microphones that I'm using for this video, I've had quite a few problems with them, and I've had none of those issues with this. I found the battery life is better on this, it's more reliable, it doesn't lose the audio as much, it's just much easier to use and far more reliable. So I would definitely recommend one of these, even if it doesn't want to stand up on my table here. Stay. Oh, and here's a really cool thing. If you've got the Rode Mic 2 set, if you connect the receiver from that into the USB-C port on the bottom of the Osmo Pocket 3, it will show levels across the top of the screen. The two do interact with each other. I think that is absolutely fantastic, having two pieces of kit from two different manufacturers interacting with one another. Like that a lot. The other thing that I really like with this, so it's quite important for the way that I film, is how fast it is. You turn the screen, it boots up nice and quick, hit the record button, and within 4 seconds you are starting to film. Now that's great. The other thing that this does really well is charge up nice and quickly, and DJI have thought about that as well. Go for one of the kits that come with the extra battery, which literally just clicks into the bottom, and DJI have programmed it so that it will deplete the external battery first before depleting the internal battery. It will also charge up that internal battery as well. So when you do run out of power, it is always this battery that runs out first. Now that you can take off, take it away and charge it up and continue to film using the camera, and then when that battery starts to go flat, chances are this will be recharged up so you can reconnect and keep going. And even when you're using it, it's still pushing charge to that internal battery. So if you go out for a long shoot, an all-day shoot, and you're thinking, I need extra power, literally make sure you've got your extra battery in pretty much a power bank, and really the only thing you're going to need is, well, enough SD card storage. This clip system also works really well as well. DJI give you this adapter which has got a screw mount at the bottom of it, which you can use with a tripod or a socket mount. Now if you attach that to your tripod and it's all connected up like that, you can very quickly disconnect the camera so you can go and do a mobile shot without having to faff around with unscrewing it from the tripod shoe and then just come back and re-click it. That also means, say for example you've got 2 tripods on the go or 2 different mounts, you can quickly move the camera between them. That again is a really useful feature. All of these extra mounts have also got USB-Cs on them as well. There's a USB-C at the bottom of the camera which then connects to this little extender. This has also got a USB-C on there, has the extra battery pack as well. Now not only can you use those for charging up, but you can also use it for data transfer. You can transfer your footage straight off the camera without having to remove the SD card, but that also means you can connect it to another device and use the Osmo Pocket 3 as a webcam as well. Now if you go for one of the creator or vlog combos, you also get this bag which is full of all useful bits. So you've got a little mini tripod stand, you've got your charging cables, you've got the bag to keep everything in, the camera, the tripod mount, the extra battery, the microphone, and also this hard case. Now if you don't want to take all of these extra bits with you, say for example you don't want to take all of this, what you can actually do is set the camera up so you can literally just be carrying this. So screw your battery into your little tripod, click that onto the bottom of the camera, and then that will sit inside of that hard case, and then this microphone clips into the top, and now you have got one thing to carry with you. Even you can break it down into 2 and carry it just like that. That is unbelievable packaging for you to go out filming on a full day. And if I'm going to go out on my bike, or say for example when I went up to the motorcycle live show a couple of weeks ago, I used just that to film the entire show in about 2 hours. Overall then, it is a great package, an all-in-one system. It's really hard to fault, but it's not perfect. On the DJI website it says that you can live stream from the camera. Now that is true, but if you are out and about, if you connect this to your phone to stream directly to YouTube, it will only connect to a new live stream. You can't use it with, say, with one of your pre-scheduled streams. That for me is really annoying. For my channel and my audience, a lot of the time I will schedule my live stream so that my audience know when to expect me to go online. And it means that I can't use this for those live streams, which is what I was really hoping to use it for. Now, do I have a couple of little niggles with the camera? It's a single focal length, so I can't zoom in or out, which can limit the kind of footage that you can get. It's all really pretty much the same view that you get, which is the same issue that you have, say, a lot with an action camera. It does come with this, which is a wide angle filter effectively, which attaches using magnets to the front. So nice and easy and quick to attach, and it is pretty secure on there. You're unlikely to knock it off, but it does attach on the outside of it, and because it's so tight tiny, you can get quite a lot of dust build-up in there, and it's quite difficult to clean. Also, when you do turn it off, because you've got that extra bit on there now, it can't fold itself away and protect the lens. It does point down and it will still fit inside of the kit, but if you've not got that hard case with you and it's on there, then it's going to stick out. The gimbal itself is very good. It's very responsive and very good at filtering out a lot of movement. However, when you are walking, you will still get that feeling of walking in there. It can't quite get rid of that. I suppose that's one of the limits of being a 3-axis gimbal. But what I do find really annoying, and it detracts, for me, it detracts a lot from this camera, is the fact that it will tend to wander. It doesn't matter what setting you have it on, you'll look at it and sometimes it won't be pointing in the direction you're expecting it to. It'll have wandered off up to the left, up to the right or down. I've also found that the people tracking feature, it's got sort of like auto people tracking feature. On numerous occasions, this camera has chosen to pick up somebody else and follow them.
So, could I ask you to come join me over here, please? So this camera's meant to follow me, but instead of following me, it's now trained on him.
And if you've left the face activation on there, sometimes it'll pick up somebody else's face and start following them. So yes, that can be fixed in software, and it very much is a software issue, but it's one of those things that takes my confidence away from this camera, because when I'm out filming, I don't want to be looking at the camera. I want to be focusing on what I am filming on. And if I'm constantly looking at the camera and seeing that that's pointing it in the right direction, it's taking up my time and attention, which I really want to be using focusing on the event and what's happening around me. Also, DJI do claim that you can film in 4K 120 frames per second. One of the first shoots that I did with this camera, I was filming in 4K 120, and I was filming last November in an absolutely freezing cold workshop. And even though the temperature in that workshop was hovering around 5 to 7 degrees, after 20 minutes the camera had overheated and it took about 20 minutes for it to cool down, and that was 20 minutes worth of shooting that I lost. So yes, it can do a lot of the things that DJI say on the website. However, in reality, don't expect it to be comfortable at its absolute limits. Bring it down to more in its mid-range. Its biggest problem, however, is its size. If I get my phone, let me show you this. Osmo Pocket 3, iPhone 16 Pro Max. As you can see, width-wise, the camera is about half the size of the phone, and it's roughly twice the depth. Now, both of those will quite comfortably fit in your pocket, but it feels like DJI have made this almost unnecessarily small, like they've taken it to an extreme level, and it has quite a big impact on the user experience. So when there's nothing connected on the bottom of it, so no battery pack or extra connector or anything, it doesn't sit in the hand actually that comfortably because there's nothing there. It feels quite unbalanced, like you're going to drop it. So you'll always end up connecting something to the bottom of it, at least that's what I've found. So much of the controls on this camera, if you look on the back, all there is a joystick and a record button, and then this 2-inch screen. Now, everything, and I mean everything that is controlled in this camera is pretty much through this tiny screen. What settings it's on, what mode it's on, you know, the shoot rate, everything is pretty much controlled through that tiny 2-inch screen. And because it's so small and they've had to put an awful lot on that screen, pretty much every corner has an action and every side has an action as well. When you're out shooting, if you want to change one of the settings, then you find yourself trying to remember, was it up or down, was it that corner, where do I need to go for it? And then you're focused on this tiny little screen rather than what's going on around you. And it really jars, because everything else on this camera is really quick and really high quality, and then you go to actually change a setting on there and you find yourself going, do I have to scroll up, was it to the side, how do I get back, what see, even there I'm struggling to use, and it's unbelievably frustrating. If they made this camera just, I don't know, 30-40% bigger, just imagine if it was just that little bit much wider, that screen then could be so much bigger and it would just make it so much more comfortable to use. What I would really love to see Osmo do with the Pocket 4 is almost create 2 versions of it. create the Osmo Pocket 4 in this same form factor, because I'm sure a lot of people will love how small this is. For me, it's too small. But then do what Apple have done with the iPhone, create like a Max version, an XL version. I think it will actually work better. You're not going to compromise that much in size. It's still going to fit in your backpack and take up hardly any space. You'll still be able to squeeze it, say, into a jacket pocket or something, but the whole user experience of it, in my opinion, will be so much better. So, in conclusion, Osmo Pocket 3. It's a very, very good camera. In fact, the best way I can think to describe it, if you've seen on social the Yes But cartoon series, it's a great camera, yes, but there's a few limitations with it. I think the biggest limitation with it is its size, especially having so many controls on that small 2-inch screen. And every single corner and every single edge does something different. So if you are somebody who only picks up a camera every now and then, Osmo Pocket 3 might look like a great idea, and you think you're going to get all of this stunning footage and it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's only as good as the person using it, and that screen and its size and user interface limits how friendly it is for the person to use. If you use it every single day, if you're going out shooting on the go, if you're doing lots of outside stuff, if, you know, for example, if you do a lot of car stuff like I do, you can use it in lots of different ways. It's a very good camera for that. However, if you came to me and said, look, I've got 700 quid, should I go and buy an Osmo Pocket 3? Or what else should I buy? I'd say go to your local camera shop, have a go with one of these, and then have a go with the second-hand DSLR. I truly believe that you can grow and learn more with a second-hand DSLR, buying extra lenses and, you know, expanding your kit that way, than you will with the Pocket 3. The Pocket 3 is brilliant at capturing footage on the go. It's very, very quick to start up, and you can capture some stunning footage without that much effort. What you can't do with it, though, is really learn lots of different ways of shooting and get lots of different angles and, you know, lots of different types of shot that you could do if you had a DSLR and you could change the lenses. That's why a lot of my videos are still shot on a DSLR, but there are a few that are solely filmed on this. Motorcycle Live, for example, I needed to film that really, really quickly. It was just me there. I had a 2-hour window to shoot that video, and I did it all on the Osmo Pocket 3. My advice is, before you buy one of these, definitely try and get hands-on with one. You might find the form factor a bit too small. You might find that user interface a bit annoying. If you're someone that only picks it up once every now and then, really think about it, because even as a regular user, I constantly get myself lost in that user interface, partly down because of the screen size. But if you want a gimbal stabilized camera that will enable you to do, say, 80-90% of the work that you would be able to do, say, with a DSLR, it's very, very hard to fault the Osmo Pocket 3. For me, the best thing, in fact, the two best things about this are this microphone and this hard case. When you use this microphone, this microphone is absolutely unbelievable. The battery life on it is superb. It's so quick and easy to use. It's more reliable than the Rode microphones. They've really knocked it out of the park with that microphone. And this carry case, once everything's in there, you know, that there is pretty much, that's your whole rig, and it all fits in just one hand, and it can literally slip into one pocket. I would argue that if it was made just ever so slightly bigger, that slight bit of compromise would be worth it in terms of the benefits it would give. It would make the user interface better, you'd have better battery life, you could probably have more features in there, the camera probably better, just everything about it would be better. It just feels unnecessarily small. So that's my conclusion. A great camera, yes, but some limitations on there. There's room to grow, quite literally, DJI, room to grow. Make it a bit bigger. Do two versions, do the Osmo Pocket and then the Osmo Pocket XL, and then all will be fixed. So hopefully that's helped you make an informed decision of whether you should buy the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Definitely go and try it though before you buy it. Don't take what I say and what everybody else on YouTube says about this camera being, oh my God, it's the most amazing thing ever. Go and try it for yourself. Make sure you get the camera that best suits what you are going to do with it. hopefully that helps. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up underneath. That'll help put this video in front of more people just like you. And if you've really enjoyed it, please hit that subscribe button. Now, coming up on the channel over the next few months, there's going to be lots of different reviews before we head into the next show season. And then through the next show season, we're going to be going around the country at cars, bikes, trucks and tank events all over the UK. So if that sounds like your bag, definitely hit that subscribe button. If not, check back on the channel soon and I can guarantee there'll be another impartial review of another product that will hopefully be of interest. All that's left to say is a big thank you for watching this video. I'll see you again soon.